This video spawned global outrage and now a prison sentence for a Chicago police officer.
My findings are an appropriate sentence would be 81 months in the Illinois Department of Corrections, 2 years mandatory supervised release.
Jason Van Dyke was sentenced to 6 years and 9 months, the cost of gunning down a 17-year-old black man here.
This man has clearly committed murder, and the murder in which he has committed has been shown all over the world. Everyone of any civil and conscious mind knows that this is murder. And the reality of it is we have to do something legislatively to change this.
The sentence capped the trial of a half-century in Chicago, where a police officer has not been convicted of murder on duty in more than 50 years. Van Dyke's wife pleaded for mercy.
I would like to ask the court to please take into consideration that my husband is a man. He's a human being. He was a very good, dedicated officer. Please, please. He has paid the price already. My heart and soul are broken. They will not be mended until he comes home.
Prosecutors, on the other hand, had brought in a series of African Americans who said Van Dyke physically abused and harassed them.
He was shouting obscenities, racial slurs, or what have you.
Do you recall specifically what words the defendant used when he was yelling?
Well, honestly, I can't recall because I was quite nervous because he had his gun drawn on me.
The sentence was far more than the defendant had hoped for, but it was also far less than the family of Laquan McDonald had wanted. Police and authorities in Chicago hope it is enough to keep peace in the streets. It took a year for the police dashcam video of the 2014 shooting to surface. When it did, the images of a police officer shooting Laquan McDonald 16 times as he walked away, knife in hand, but apparently not a threat, led Black Lives Matter and other protesters to erupt into demonstrations across the U.S. Now, perhaps setting a new precedent here, it is the officer who finds himself on the wrong side of the law. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Chicago.